Hello, hello! New to VTubing, and in the meantime, I'm playing Pips by the New York Times to have something to talk over, test any model changes with. Right now, I'm not testing a model change, but I do want to get rid of the buttons up here just as visual distraction. We'll keep this for the branding and the game name. And in order to do that, I want to just real quick inspect element, delete the buttons by themselves. Yeah, that's a decent div to take out. And then we're going to hide this like it never happened and see if that persists through the page load, which it does. Lovely. Oh, hard puzzle today. Always takes a bit longer to look at than the other two flavors. Difficulty levels, both. And just for my sanity, I try and orient everything less than, greater than, or less or greater, like that. Oh, what do we got? We got 5 zeros specified. This and this are both. This, and this. This is greater than 0. That's almost all of them. That means that the 0, 0 cannot go here. How many zeros do we have to play with at all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So yeah, the 0, 0 wasn't going to go here anyway. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 other cells that need to be zeros, and only 3 more zeros if we do that. So this puzzle could have been equally specified by removing this dark blue block entirely and leaving it just like empty or unspecified like that. It is a minor thing in the back of my head to wonder if the hard puzzles are uniquely solvable, and if they are specifying extra hints that we don't need, like in this case. So that's nice to have answered. And then when we eventually build a solver for this, that's one of the things I want to be able to programmatically answer with more certainty. Because it'll be fun. I'll have fun. You don't have to have fun. If you do have fun, stick around. That's the whole gist of subscriptions on YouTube? I don't know. Maybe the internet in general. I think I've heard a song about what else it's for, but can't be sure. Less than 5 total in 4 cells. Average of 1. Or, yeah, okay, interesting. There's not going to be any more zeros available. So it's not just that it'll have an average of 1. All 4 of these blues have to be 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will have 1 more 1 available elsewhere once we finish off that work, which is not going to have a lot of places to go. A 1 can't fit in an 8 specified in 2 cells because there aren't any 7s to pair it with. 6 being the highest, and with only 1 extra 1 available. I wonder if we can say that already. Maybe not. I'm going to leave it there just to muse. With only 1 extra 1 available, we are not going to be able to put it in any 2 equals or 4 equals or anything like that. These are 3s, so the extra 1 is either going to go here, or nope, just those 2. No, I guess technically the greater than 0 can have it too, so like a 1, 0 could be here. I don't see that being likely, but it is possible. Because we have a 1, 1 here, we don't necessarily need to pair that to the 0. We can have the 0 come down into 0, 4, if we had, carrying on from that. It is tempting to assume this, but let's see if we can work without assumption first and go from there. We have a 0, 0 that could be there, or the 0, 3 available. If we did that coming down, it needs to be a true equal. This would come down, this would come down, that fits. If we do the 0, 0, do we run into tile stagger issues? I suspect not, because this is a nice loop around the middle here, so we would just have this. We could do this, or indeed this. That would come out, and then depending on if we have this like that, that could come up or out. Yeah, can't tell stagger yet. We have a couple options that sum to 8. So if we wanted to, we could do that. If we didn't want to, because we know these are all 1s, what else do we have to pair to a 1? We could do, say, a 1, 6 and a 1, 2. That would work. We don't have a 1, 3 and a 1, 5. We don't have any 1, 4. And we certainly wouldn't have both of them. So this is the only way to get this done unless we use the 1, 1 here, and then either the 4, 4 or the 6, or the 5, 3. We don't have a 6, 2, but that could also get it done, assuming that these are all solvable from here, which I believe they are. From here, if this is the 1, 1, this couldn't also be the 1, 1 going up, so it would have to be a 1, 0. That would work if we have a true duplicate. We have a couple of options. Only 2. Well, not counting the 1s. Yeah, I'm not going to count the 1s. That 1, 1 has to be in this set of 4 1s somewhere, because we wouldn't have enough 1s otherwise. Yeah, we can. Yeah, similarly, we couldn't use the 0, 0 there because it's going to be busy filling out our zeros. In this case, it would be there. 3 into something. We don't have enough 6s. Ah. Yeah. Okay. This doesn't work. Regardless of this section, like if we found another option for this, we still can't do it this way. Using the 1, 1 here, regardless of what we fill out this with, forces the 1, 0 there, forces the 0, 0 up there, leaves us with a 3 something. And we don't have a 3 something. Yeah, we do. No. Yeah, we could do a 3, 5. That would force this to be the 4, 4. In that case, this would have to come up. Is that doable? Yeah, we got a bunch of 5s, say. So 5 3's in use, so 5, 5 can't save us. 5, 6, no. 5, 4 won't help because then we would need another 5, 4. Interesting. Interesting a lot. Okay. 2, 5, 2, 3. We don't have a 2, 3. 6, 3. We don't have a 3, 2. 3, 6, and 5, 6. No, we don't have. Minim. Can't use zeros in the equals, can't use 1 in the equals. If we do 2, we don't have the matching. If we do 3, we don't have the matching. If we do 4, we don't have them. Yeah, we don't have the matching available. If we do 5s, we don't have the matching to get an 8 sum total. Same for 6s. So this doesn't work, which only tells us, because everything cascaded down from the initial placement of the 1, 1 here, tells us that the 1, 1 can't be there. The 1, 1 is going to have to go somewhere else, which is awesome, because then that tells us that this 1 needs to be specified matching like that. We got a 6, 1 and a 2, 1, and they're going to go here interchangeably, but still filling out the same sets, say the dark blue 8 and the light blue less than 5. You love to see it. Because, like we were saying earlier, the 1, 1 is going to go in this blue. Yeah, I think we can say that. we couldn't get it done with other ones. There aren't enough other ones. So the 1, 1 has to go there. This is going to come up. This set of 4 will be filled out with 2 dominoes in an orientation yet to be worked out, but that does mean that the 0, 0 comes up from here. Also means we don't have the 0, 0 for this area, so it's going to be a 0, 3. And then either a 0, 1 or a 0, 4 coming down, we don't know yet, because either the 0, 1 or 0, 4 plays there as well. Oh, hang on one sec. Okay, I just sneezed. You didn't hear it. It's a magical use of pause button. And then I told you about it, but that doesn't count, you see. Alright, let's see. What else we got? This is going to be a true duplicate, right? And we only have the 5 5s and the 4 4s available for that. If we did the 4 4, do we have enough 4s? That doesn't get used there. It needs to be used. The 0 half of this domino either has to be in this 0 or this 0. Not that orientation in either case. So we can't use that 4 to fill out 4 4s of the light blue here. We have this one and this one. They would need to go places. Well, possibly that could work. I'll come back to that if this doesn't pay out. First, if we used a true duplicate and then it would have to be the 5 3 to add to 8. Is that going to be required? I don't know. We might come back to this sooner than I thought I was gonna. Oh, yes. Okay, we can place... Don't know that yet. We can place this one, though, because this would require a second one, which we don't have, so we're going to put it over here. Now we're going to put the 0, 4 down here, and that does give us enough information. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 4s remaining, and if we tried to make this all 4s, we couldn't finish out the double equal 4 that this now requires. So we do know that this is going to be 5s, and we might be able to tell more from there. We have a 5 4 available, and then a 3x is probably going to be easier than a... Yeah, we don't have a 3 4 at all, so 4 5 would be forced, because we can't pair these 2 cells. And then it's going to be something equals 5. We got a 5 that borders a 2, we have 2 2s. We have a 5 that borders a 3, we have 2 3s. Cool. And then we have 2 options for what the 3 is. Let's go down here real quick and make sure that we can get... Okay, assuming we wanted to do it vertically, right? What can be in the green? Not 6s, we don't have 2 of them. Not 5s, we don't have 2 of them once we get the 4th 5 into here. Could be 4s. Can't be 3s, just because the 3 6 and 3 5 can't both go down. That would add to 11 down here. Similarly, can't be 2s, because the 2 5 2 4 would add to 9 down here. No 1s, no 0s available, so it's going to be 4s. We can't do 4 down and the other 4 2, so it's going to be 4 4, which forces the 5 3. Now we know the only remaining 5 goes here, the 2 goes there, and the 6 3 to finish out. Hey, nice. Okay, that felt like a pretty decent puzzle. I liked that. Yeah, we didn't need to specify this greater than 0. I doubt that the rest of it could be gotten rid of, and I think the way that we went through it, it was all deterministic. We did just take a whack at seeing if this was the 1 1, if this bordered into the dark blue or into this, once we found that these were all 1s. And I would have liked to have done it without guessing wrong, proving that it's wrong, and like proof by contrapositive kind of style coming back, but I didn't see a way there. That is also one of the things I want the programmatic solver to be able to tell me. All right. That should do for enough talking to see what the model is up to. Thank you for joining. Hopefully this is entertaining, but it's also early days content. So if it's not, subscribe anyway to watch me grow. Yes. Okay, bye.